Hi guys, good morning. Today we'll start the new topic of dynamics of fluid flow. So in the previous chapter we have to discuss about the acceleration and velocity at a point, that is in the kinematics of fluid flow. We have to discuss on the that is acceleration and velocity at a particular point without considering the forces causes the flow. But in the dynamics of fluid flow we have to consider the forces causing the flow. So that's the dynamics of fluid flow is the study of the fluid motion with the force and the behavior of the fluid flow in the dynamics of fluid flow can analyzed by the Newton second law of motion. So because it is related to the acceleration as well as the force also, in the fluid dynamics also we are taking the force and the acceleration and velocity also at a point. So hence the equation of motion, according to the second law of motion, the net force we call as Fx acting on the fluid element in the direction of s is equal to the mass of the fluid element and multiply with the acceleration. That is F is equal to, mathematically can write that Fx is equal to m into Ax, where Fx is the force in the x direction, Ax is the acceleration in the x direction, where m is the mass flow rate. So that is mathematically according to the Newton's second law of motion, that is force is equal to mass into acceleration. So now within that we are to following forces. There are so many forces will be acting on the fluid element for the causes the flow. So within that some forces are, first one is called as gravity force, second one is called as pressure force, third one forces due to viscosity, and forces due to turbulence, and forces due to the compressibility. So now the net force acting on the fluid element is given by summation of all the forces. Their Fx is the net force is given by in x direction only, that is Fgx, gravitational force x direction, pressure force in x direction, viscous force in x direction, and turbulence force in x direction, and compressibility force in the x direction. So now within that, in that case, if the forces due to the compressibility, that is compressibility means Fc is negligible, and since this is goes to negligible, hence that equation is called as Reynolds equation of motion. That equation is called as Reynolds equation of motion. So similarly for a flow, that is for the laminar flow, that is Ft, turbulent is negligible, the resultant equation, if that is Ft is goes to 0 in that equation, remaining equation we call as Navier-Stokes equation. So at the same time, similarly, if assumed to be ideal means a viscous force is 0. If viscous force is 0, then viscous force is 0 in this equation. If this equation goes to 0, then remaining equation represent the Euler's equation of motion. So now we have to derive that Euler's equation of motion for the fluid dynamics. So now in this equation of motion, which forces due to the gravity and pressure forces are taken into account. So in Euler's equation of motion we have to take only the gravity force as well as the pressure force we have to take into account, and viscosity forces goes to negligible. So hence we have to derive that considering the motion of the fluid element along the streamline, that means we have to flow in the same direction. So let us consider a streamline in which flow is taken place in a s direction. This is the s direction as shown in figure. So now let us consider one pipe. Let us consider the fluid will be flows through a pipe. So ds is the distance of the pipe from one end to the other end, and this is the inlet of the fluid, and this is the flow of the fluid in the opposite direction. So now the forces, what are the forces acting on the cylindrical element? This is the cylindrical element. So first one we call as pressure force. Pressure force means called as Fda, as well as in the direction of flow, and also pressure force in the opposite direction, that is P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. This is expansion according to the Taylor series of expansion. So that is opposite to the direction of flow, and also it acts upon the weight. Weight should be acting on the downward direction. Weight will be acting on weight. Weight is nothing but called as weight of the element called as rho g dA into ds, where dA is the area of the cylindrical element. So now let theta is the angle between the direction of flow and the line of action of weight of the element. So this is the theta will be acting on the direction of flow of the fluid and the weight of the element in the downward direction. So this is called as theta. So observe that within that expansion, this theta terms like that. If you draw a line like that, it is become like that. So hence this is become ds, the inclination surface, that is this is become ds and this is become dz, that means height of the element. So now within that we have to the resultant force on the fluid element in the direction of s must be equal to the mass of the fluid element into the acceleration. According to the Newton's second law of motion, force into mass into acceleration. So that is forces, the pressure forces acting on the element is called as pressure force. So pressure force is nothing but called as PdA minus sign represent the opposite direction. So hence minus of P plus dou P by dou S into ds into area. So already shown in a figure also. Look at it. This is the one. PdA minus this one minus of, and also the weight of the element, that is also force acting on the element, that is gravitational force, that is rho g dA into ds, but we have to take into account of cos theta because of we have to, this is the called as theta, we have to make angle, so we have to take on that in s direction, so that's why we have to take the opposite direction. So this one we take into account of cos theta. So cos theta is equal to rho dA into ds into as, this is the mass into acceleration. So where as is the acceleration in the s direction, now as is equal to, is given by as is equal to dou v by dou t, that is a velocity is a function of SST, v is a function of s and t. So that is a v and t. So that is dou v by dou s and dou s by dou t. Within that equation, dou s goes to cancel, dou v by dou t plus dou v by dou t. So this is partial become the complete one, the things. So within that we call as dou v by dou s, we call as v according to the acceleration components. I'll already explain the kinematic fluid flow. In this chapter we have to discuss the acceleration and velocities. So that is dou v by dou s, we call as v, velocity at the s direction, and dou v by dou s, look at it, ds by dt is called as v dou v by dou s plus dou v by dou t. If the fluid is steady, that means if your fluid is steady, that means change in velocity with respect to time is 0, hence this term goes to 0 in this equation, hence as is equal to v dv by ds. So now substituting the values of Ax in equation number 1. So let us consider this is called equation number 1. Substitute that values in equation number 1. We called as just multiplied it. PdA minus of dou P by dou S ds into dA, just multiplied it, minus of same thing as this is equal to rho dA ds into v dy, this one as v dv by ds. So within that minus P plus PdA minus PdA goes to cancel, remaining thing is all the terms. So hence this whole terms will be divided by, look at it, this should be common of dA, ds and dA. So that is rho dA ds is common, and then this entire equation will be divided by rho ds dA. So if you divide it by like that, hence the equation become dou P by dou S into 1 by rho minus of g cos theta is equal to d dou V by dou S. So this is the remaining thing. So next one, we will simplify that equation. We are getting that dou P by rho dou S plus g cos theta plus that this one will transfer into this side. So plus minus become plus V dV by ds is equal to 0. But from the figure means the cos theta is become, look at it, from this figure cos theta is nothing but called as dz by ds, that is according to cos theta definition dz by ds. So just substitute that is 1 by rho into dou P by dou S plus g into dz by ds plus v into dv by ds is equal to 0, or this equation can also written as dp by rho plus g dz plus v dp is equal to 0. This is above equation. This equation called as Euler's equation of motion. So it's a simple derivation. This is a very important derivation as per the exam point of view. So be careful that this is a equation called as Euler's equation of motion. So hence we have to derive that Bernoulli's equation, another one equation called as Bernoulli's equation, from using the Euler's equation. Using the Euler's equation, we have to derive another equation we call as Bernoulli's equation. So that is Bernoulli's equation is nothing but called as we getting the integration of the Euler's equation. If you integrating that Euler equation, you get the Bernoulli's equation. So integrate this equation, you get the integration of dp by rho plus and g ds plus v dp. And one more thing here, when compared to this one, ds all term common and then take it into this side, this becomes 0. So hence if integrating this equation, if the flow is incompressible, hence density is constant, hence that is density 1 by rho 1 into dp is integration of 1 into dp is called as p, that is p by rho plus g is a common, take it out, 1 into z is called as z plus v into dv. So v square by 2 is equal to constant. So hence p by rho g, so entire term will be divided by g. So hence p by rho g plus z plus v square divided by 2g is equal to constant. Hence this equation also created as p by rho g plus v square by 2g plus z is equal to constant. So this equation we called as Bernoulli's equation of motion. So it is nothing but just if you are integrate that Euler's equation, we get the Bernoulli's equation. So within that, what are the terms we have to involve, where p by rho g is called as pressure energy per weight of the fluid, are called as pressure head. This term is called as pressure head, and this is called as a velocity head, or also called as kinetic energy, that is half m square, like that, that is kinetic energy, are also called as kinetic head or velocity head, and z is the potential energy, are also called as potential head. That is pressure energy, kinetic energy and potential energy. We have to take into consideration the fluid flow in the fluid dynamics. So then what are the assumptions you have to made? I already derived that equation. So what are the assumptions you have to made during the Bernoulli's equation, derivation of Bernoulli's equation? That is fluid is ideal, that is viscosity is 0, and the fluid is steady also. Steady means change in velocity with respect to time is 0, and the flow is incompressible, that means the density rho it should be remains constant, and the flow is irrotational. So these are the assumptions I have to made for the Bernoulli's equations. So now I'll continue that. We'll be continuing in the some numericals. I'll solve the one numerical based on the Bernoulli's equation. So let us read the problem. So water is flowing through a pipe of 5 centimeter diameter under a pressure of 29.43 Newton per centimeter square and with a mean velocity of 2.0 meter per second. Find the total head or total energy is not a pressure head, total head per unit weight of the water at a cross section, so which is 5 meter above the datum line. That is, the pipe has a 5 meter above the datum line. So then write the given data one by one. Water flowing a pipe of 5 centimeter dia. Dia means 5 centimeter, that is d is equal to 5 centimeter. We have to convert it in terms of meter, 0.05 meter. So under a pressure, P is given 29.43 Newton per centimeter square, that you have to convert it in terms of Newton per meter square called as Pascal, that is nothing but 10 to the power of centi means 10 to the minus 2. So 1 divided by 10 to the minus 2 square, 2 2's is become 4, hence this will become positive. So hence, so we called as also with a mean velocity v is given 2.0, find the total head, we have to identify the total head, and also which is 5 meter above the datum line, z is given 5 meter above the datum line, one end. So that is a total head is equal to called as pressure head plus kinetic head plus datum head. So pressure head, we have to identify the one by one. Pressure head is equal to P by rho g. So P is given 29.43 into 10 to the 4 divided by density of the water. Here using a fluid is a water, hence density is become 1000 into g is constant value 9.81, getting the 30 meter pressure head. So simultaneously kinetic head means v2 square divided by 2g is equal to v is given 2 meter per second divided by 2 into g is getting that 0.204 meter, and now we have to add it and datum head, that is called as potential head, we already know that 5 meter. Just put in that into that equation, getting that answer of, that is the total head, that is 35.204 meter. So now we go for the next another simple problem. We can go through that second one. A pipe through which water is flowing is having a 20 centimeter and a 10 centimeter at the cross section of 1 and 2. Look at it. Here they have to take in the only one position, but here to take the 2 points, 1 and 2 respectively. So the velocity of water at section 1 is given by 4 meter, and find the velocity of head at section 1 and 2, also rate of discharge. Here I have to take in the 2 points. In this problem I have to take in the only 1 point, but here I have to take in the 2 points. So now write the given data. First of all, the pipe through which water is flowing is having a 20 centimeter and centimeter diameter, cross section of 1 and 2 respectively. That means look at here, diameter is also supposed to change. This is the one diameter, this is the other diameter. So D1 and D2 at a cross section of 1 and 2 respectively. And the velocity of water at section 1, that is V1 is given in a problem, and identify the velocity head at 1 and 2. Velocity head at 1 and 2 and rate of discharge. So this is the diagram will show that the D1 having a larger diameter and D2 having a smaller diameter. This is the section 1 and this is the section 2. So velocity V1 is given 4 meters square. So we have to identify the velocity head at the section 1. If you want to identify the velocity of head at the section 1, the only formula is that is V1 square divided by 2g. So that is V1 square divided by 2g. Just V1 is already known, substitute it and get the answer, velocity head at the section 1. Now at the similarly we have to identify the velocity head at the section 2. Section 2 formula is that is V2 square divided by 2g, but V2 is the unknown value. So then question mark, how to identify the V2 value. So how to identify the V2 value? From the continuity equation. Just remember that in the kinematics of fluid flow, we derived that one equation is called as continuity equation. So according to that equation, continuity equation tells that A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, where A is the area at inlet, V1 is the velocity at inlet, and area at outlet and velocity at the outlet. So if you want to identify the V2 here, we have to identify the A1 A2 separately. So that is A1 is equal to, for the pipe is a diameter, that is pi d square by 4, the pi d1 square by 4. Using that formula identify the A1, and at the same time using that A2 is equal to pi d square by 4, identify the A2 value. So after getting the A1 and A2 value, put into this equation, you get the V2. V2 is equal to A1 V1 divided by A2, that substitute that values and getting the V2 is 16 meter per second. So at that time, put into this V2 value into that equation, you get the velocity head at section 2, that is 83.047 meter. So now, and also we have to identify the rate of discharge. So rate of discharge, it can be written as rate of discharge can be represented by Q. Q is equal to, we called as A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. We can take that any equation. You can take any equation, that is A1 V1, that is better. So A1 is this one and V1 is 4. Substitute that value, getting that is 0.1257 meter cube per second. So if this equation will be divided by 1000, we have to convert it in terms of liter per second. If you are getting the liter per second, if you multiply with the divided by 1000, you are getting this equation. This is in terms of meter cube per second. If you are getting in terms of meter cube per second, just this equation will be multiplied by with the 1000, you get this in terms of liter per second. So that is the answer for the things. So next class I will continue some problems based on the fluids. Thank you.